Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. You know, I try to be as optimistic about this company and this game as possible. I love this game. I want this game to be around for another 8 years. I think they've done a lot of really good things in the past year. Things that help players, things that make the game more fun. And even though 7 stars are here and it's very difficult for the average summoner to open one, especially in Paragon crystals, 6 stars are still as strong as ever. And I love that we have now side quests where we can get generic 6-star awakening gems and 6-star awakening gem crystals every month. Like, that is so incredibly game changing that it's hard to believe that it's real. And I don't think we can say that enough given how historic for the past 4 or 5 years it's been to get 6-star awakening gem crystals, but especially generic 6-star awakening gems, which usually only happen to, say, July 4th or Cyber Weekend players that spend $500, and now we can get them for free. So all of this is amazing, and I love it, and I want to shout from the rooftops that the game is in good hands, and I want to also promote things like the daily special, which make it easier than ever to get better items for a cheaper price. All of this is good, and yet today I feel like Kabam is the worst run company ever for what they did in the first poll. Look, it is no mystery whatsoever that the 7-star pool is what Kabam considers to be the future of the game. And they have done their best to choose really good, but maybe not the best of the best champions of each class. Elsa and Domino are my 2 MVPs so far as 7 stars, but Sunspot and OG Hulk and Bishop want to have something to say about that too. But you know, most of the champions are real good defenders, but they're not going to break the game offensively, etc., etc. Well, we had a Twitter poll go out, and I just got out of the Into the Spider-Verse movie, and I have to tell you that I feel like I am in my own Spider-Verse. My man Derek Whalen sent over to me a screenshot of the Marvel Contest of Champions poll for that class. 7-star pool: Juggernaut, Diablo, Longshot, and Black Widow Clairvoyant, who in my latest class-ranked poll was number 3, only behind Rintra and Doctor Doom. She was just a little bit ahead of Absorbing Man, Mystic Spidey, Wiccan, Tigra, Hood, Jugs, who is number 9, and Dragon Man, who already is a 7-star. I don't think a 7-star Black Widow Clairvoyant would break the game, but I do think it would be an incredible addition and something that the whole community could get really excited about. It is quite obvious after 639 votes at the time of this screenshot that she was the overwhelming choice of the majority of the community. Over half of the people who voted. So that means she got over 315 votes. Well, I don't know how you screw this up. This is not like inventing a champion and then getting that champion to do something that's bugged. This is just putting the name of a champion into a poll. It's not like it's a typo. You are just supposed to know what champion you're talking about. There's no way this can be a mistake. There's zero excuse for putting a name into a poll that's just text. Maybe you can say, hey, we didn't test something enough and it breaks the game. And even though that's frustrating, and even though they pay for testers and they have a whole content creator program, fine, sure, whatever. Mistakes happen. But this cannot happen. Because Lord knows how many people have to approve this post to go out. It's not like somebody just went rogue as an intern and decided to skip the donuts that morning and just type in this name. No. And yet, we have this post. Summoners due to an error. An error? No, it's not an error. No, I refuse to agree. I refuse to acknowledge. I refuse to believe this. Due to an error in the choices of our Mystic Champion Titan pool vote, we have taken down the poll. Black Widow Clairvoyant was not intended to be a choice in the poll. BS, she wasn't. I don't believe you. And no, I'm not making this video just for clicks or to be Mr. Negative. It literally doesn't make any sense. I'm a college professor. If a student turned in something on a paper that was a mistake or was a typo, they would have to own it because they typed it in. But this is like if 20 students turned in the same paper and all approved it, because that's usually how many people have to approve something that goes onto the main channel. They try to avoid instances like this at all costs because it is such a nightmare for a public relations team to have to confront this. I don't care how many views this video gets. I wish I didn't have to make it. I wish that I could make a video talking about, let's all vote for Black Widow Clairvoyant, because how exciting for the future of the game that she's already going to be here as a 7-star. And they've already said that every champion that they make from June on out is going to be a 7-star. So, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? What am I missing here? How is she going to break the game any more than future 7-stars? They told us that for the longest time, we wouldn't get a 5-star version of Wolverine or OG Scarlet Witch because they would both break the game. And guess what? Neither of them did. In fact, now that we look at them and they're in the game and like the newness of them wears off, you kind of think to yourself, meh, okay, fine, they're fine. But I might actually choose different versions of them, especially when it comes to things like Weapon X or the Black Isis Store Scarlet Witch. I don't believe Kabam. This move feels like the worst run company ever. And I'm not saying overall they are, because they still have done a lot of positive, and that's what I tried to cover at the beginning of this video, but I am pissed. And I believe that that is an appropriate word to use, because there's no excuse for saying this is a mistake. Not when somebody typed in text. This is not a bug in a champion. This is not a description of a champion. It's not a mastery dynamic. This is straight up a lie from Kabam, and I refuse to accept it.